All right.
For some reason, this thing updated,
Yes.
and
As
I've
slow
got
as
all that
hell?
old. No, I've
Oh.
got all the old stuff on there again.
Oh. Yeah, mine went slow as hell after it updated, so I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on
no,
there.
I just had. Now I've got 3,100 R's to go through here.
Yeah.
How much
Uh,
time do you have, Rick?
How much you need?
well, we're back live
Hell, I could
anyways,
I
but
could talk to you all day, but
I'm good for a while.
that's good.
anyways, sorry, I forgot to mention. Hey, welcome back, YouTube. We're back live. Welcome back, accessradio.tv, Twitch, wherever else you're joining us from. Thank you very much for joining us here today. This is In Conversation with Don Pierce and Sauerkraut. This is our third segment today, second segment with Rick, but we interviewed the interviewer a little bit earlier today, put Don Pierce in the hot seat, and decided to interview him for a little bit today by yours truly.
It kind of came off. Yeah, you kind of shocked me with that, man.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm not used to being in the hot seat, man. That's Rick kind of job.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. I like to make you as uncomfortable as possible, and that's the way that I perform the best is when everybody else is uncomfortable, right?
You want to make me feel uncomfortable?
You want me to get naked? Is that what you're saying?
No, man.
No.
Just invite me to another award show that I have to decline. But that made me nervous when. Hey, would you like to come to the award show? Where? Yeah. Ontario. No thanks. I ain't going anywhere near that bubble, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, so I hear Toronto's going to be shutting down again.
Toronto is shutting down again. Yeah, they're not too. Their numbers are not very good there. 936 new cases, over half of them from Toronto alone. Now, Niagara region is doing much better where we are, but again, they are going up too. So we're in this for a long run. We don't have the Atlantic bubble. We're not allowed in the Atlantic provinces.
I'd be more afraid from an Atlantic side. I'd be more afraid of the Quebec thing, man. Like they got a lot of cases there too, man.
Yeah,
just
well,
crazy.
Quebec's closed to the Atlantic provinces right now.
Yeah, I heard that.
So.
Well, there you go, Mr. Rick Snider, right there, The Road. What a great song, man. You know what? On the chat here, we're getting like the big trucks. We're getting Harley Davidsons. Man, the people are really loving that tune, and I play it a lot, Rick. So, like, let's talk about it a little bit. Like that song, it says so much to so many people, but to me, I never would have really even thought about it being about country music and the artists. I always thought it was about drivers and trucking kind of deal.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess, I think the same with any song, Don. Somebody takes something different away from it, and that's okay. As long as I take something away from it, then when I wrote it, it was about, musicians and artists being out on the road and stuff. That was kind of the thought behind it. But like I say,
what I like about the song the best?
What's that?
It's friggin' good loud. And I love loud music, right? Yeah. And you can, man, oh man, I play it here in the studio, and sometimes it gets pretty hot in here, so I crank the window open, and the whole neighborhood can hear it. It's incredible around here. But I love the song. I love what you're doing in your career, Rick. I'm glad to have you as part of the Access family. I'm glad that you came on the show. But there's something I really, when is Rick planning on leaving that Atlantic bubble and, doing a tour? Like, is it going to be after the whole pandemic thing, like Rosner Group, they got a tour going on now across country Canada and the United States. How do you feel about that? Are you like, would you go on a tour right now, or would you prefer just to kind of do what you're doing and kind of let this pandemic thing kind of settle down?
Yeah, well, it won't happen right away, that's for sure. I mean, with having to self-quarantine and all that, if you go anywhere, and it's something we've talked about as a band, doing whether it be a small tour or, I mean, we have the option, sometime in the near future, probably we could do a small Atlantic province tour, right, in the own bubble. But I would love to come out to, to BC and to, right across Canada, as far as when all them cards will fall into place, I can't say, but sooner the better for me. I mean, as long as it's safe, safety's got to be a big thing, but it's something I really look forward to doing.
Well, yeah, I can't wait. I got a lot of guys that like Robert Eckridge, who is on our chat right now. If you guys want to get him on our chat at www.accessradio.ca, you just hit the country link and join the chat. Got Robert Eckridge in there. You got Sharon Marie White in there. You got Sauerkraut and myself at this time. And a few others. And it's just kind of cool that the artists come to our chat and help out and talk to our fans and their fans. When it comes to country music, who are some of your idols in country music, Rick?
First one pops in my head would be Waylon Jennings. If we're going back to back in the day, Waylon Jennings, all them guys like Keith Whitley, definitely Keith Whitley, Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, all them guys. The Chris Christopherson, I like his stuff. Some people do, some people don't, but I do. All them guys. Newer guys, I like Chris Stapleton. I like Jason Aldean. A lot of his stuff I like. I don't care to listen to a whole lot of pop country. Just my preference. I just I know I understand. There's a lot of talent there. It's just it's not something I listen to.
No, I don't prefer it either. But I play it on the station, and there's a lot of good new artists out there that are playing that pop country stuff. And are quite successful at it. Again, we talk about it all the time with our guests. The one good thing about the pop country deal is it brought a lot of the younger generation to country music. And then, and it seems that, like even the generation, when Alabama first started coming out, the whole genre started to change a little bit. Then we met a man by the name of Garth Brooks that brought rock concert to country, which in my opinion changed the whole face of the way country concerts were given. Then we got into like Kenny Chesney and Keith Urban and all them that brought a little bit of fun to the guy just standing up the stage playing the guitar. And man, did it blow the whole country scene right to pieces with guys like that. And you are in that group as far as I'm concerned. Like I don't believe in separating you guys. An artist is an artist is an artist. You just happen to have to pay for it yourself. That's the way I look at it anyway.
That's true, yeah.
But anyway, I don't know, like this whole not touring and stuff, man. It must be hard. Like, are you comfortable with this whole social media thing?
I don't know, man. Like down here, I don't think about it a lot. They make us wear the masks now if we go in the store. Or they say we're supposed to wear them. Inside of public buildings, and most people are doing that. I don't see a whole lot of people staying 6 feet apart from each other. I don't know. Maybe, I guess they probably had a lot of air, but maybe I shouldn't say that. But the truth is the truth. You go in a grocery store or anywhere else in here, and there's people walking by shoulder to shoulder with each other and everything else. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think about it a lot. I got somewhere to go, I go. I try and be respectful to other people because regardless how I feel about it, other people have the right to feel how they feel. So if they don't want someone close to them, I just I try and be respectful, but I don't concern myself a whole lot.
They just provincially mandated masks straight across all of Ontario now as of last week. Before it was just regional approach, and now it's actually provincial law that says that you must wear one if you're going inside, or number of other things where you have to wear one. So, that's now we got people saying that that's an overreach of the of the province and stuff like that, but. At the end of the day, we got to do whatever we have to do, work together to get those numbers back down low, because it's getting to the dangerous point with the hospitals, especially in the Toronto area. So, and us dealing with it firsthand here in Ontario, the numbers speak for themselves. You can see how we've handled it versus how the East Coast has handled it. It is much safer for you guys in the East Coast to walk around without a mask compared to what it would be here. You'd just be crazy to even think about going somewhere without a mask down here type thing, right? So,
yeah,
that is true. Hey, Rick, I got to talk to you about another song you got here, "Raging Seas." It's become a favorite of one of my family members here at the house, and that is kind of a whole switch from Hell of a Night and The Road. Like, it's kind of slow and laid back. Where did that come from?
That song, I wrote that song, I can't even tell you how many years ago, but I want to say at least 15 years ago. I was sitting on a cliff over the ocean, the Bay of Fundy. There's a little cottage there that we had there. And I was sitting there, and I wrote that song in about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. It just came out really quick. I just kind of threw it in the back drawer. I'd sing it every once in a while in front of people, but I never thought about recording it. And then when the pandemic hit, and it was harder to do anything, the guy I've mentioned his name a couple times now, Ryan Roberts, one does my videos. He also does sound production, and we talked about what we wanted to do. We wanted to do another video, but we had to figure out a song that we could do it without a whole bunch of people, because of the pandemic and the rules that were in place at the time. So I sent him a few songs that I wrote, and we were trying to think, okay, well, how can we make that video work? It's a song I wrote called Drinking Plan. We thought about using that one. It was going to make it look like a party all by yourself, but then just on a whim, I sent him that song. I just sat down with my guitar and recorded it, sent it to him. He said, man, yeah. He said, I can see a video for that. So he sat down. He built the track for that one. Actually, he built the track for that. And I went into his studio, just me and him, and recorded the vocals. And the same day we recorded the vocals, we headed out to the shore, out to the ocean, and we shot the video in an evening. And he put it all together. So, like I say, it was a song that was written at least 15 years ago, and the inspiration was because I was actually sitting on the ocean at the time, and a lot of things go through your head at that time. So, or it does for me anyway. It's kind of like a peaceful place for me to go. I sit there and you can think about just about anything, and usually do. So
yeah, it's kind of like me. I live in the Rockies, and I do the same thing down by the river. So except I got to watch my back because them things called grizzly bears like to come in, and they like the river too. So I got chased by one last weekend, so I'm kind of protective of myself. It was not very good.
Yeah, you learned a valuable lesson there, though, because you didn't have to be faster than the bear. All you had to be was faster than the slowest person, right? So you learned real fast how to kneecap somebody.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I was the only one out of the truck at the time. So I'll tell you, you don't know what life is until you see a 1,500-pound grizzly bear come at you.
Your life flashes right before your eyes, right?
Well, man. Anyway, Rick, I'm going to hit up that song, Raising Seas, right now on the radio. If you guys want to listen to this song, obviously, can we play this on this other stuff now? Do I have to shut down again?
No, we'll keep it going. Yeah.
Yeah, it was only the Facebook thing, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're still kind of supposed to be.
No, I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, we're good. I mean, anybody, we have the artist right here. I mean, he's cool with it.
Yeah, she's not here anyway.
What's that?
Hey, look, the car's gone.
Yeah.
Here we go, Mr. Rick Snider, and we're not even going to shut it off this time. So all you folks at Access TV, YouTube can hear the song too. So here he is, Mr. Rick Snider in Raising Seas, right here on the Don Pierce Show and in conversation.
Oh, they can't hear it. Not on Access TV.
Ah, the heck with them. They should go to the radio station.
Yeah, listen on the radio station. Do both. Just do both. And
I thought you were gonna. What happened there?
What do you mean?
I'm talking on the radio. Everybody can hear us.
Oh well, that's okay.
I was trying to get you going, but I shut it off now. You're clear.
Yeah. The guitar behind you there, Rick, is that one of your kids' guitars, or do you just play a really small guitar?
There's a ukulele there.
Ukulele, dude. That's a ukulele, man.
It just, from this angle, it looks like a small guitar, okay?
The white blue one up there, that was my mother's. Okay. That's one she used to play. She's passed away now.
Nice.
The one beside her, the black one, that's my youngest son, Caleb's.
Okay.
I don't know how many more you can see there, but there's some across there. And my daughter's is over here, and a couple more of mine are over here. And,
nice. Yeah, I see. So do you play ukulele?
No. I learned a few chords when I first got the kids ukuleles. I learned a few chords, but when you take these size fingers and
no. Yeah, I know. I play the ukulele too, and again, I'm not very good at it, but I learned because my kids got a ukulele, and they're like, this thing doesn't work, so I decided to learn how to play it. I was like, it works perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'd like to learn. I mean, the fingers is just an excuse. It's more of me not taking the time to learn it. I did learn a few chords just just to play around.
Yeah, exactly, and it throws you off because now you got to learn new chords for new, because it's tuned differently. It's not tuned the same way as a guitar, right? And so those chords are completely different. And yeah, I learned how to play like Somewhere Over the Rainbow and a couple other songs, but nothing major.
Yeah.
Oh,
look at this. This is so important. He's got to take a phone call in the middle of the show.
Yeah, well, I hate to tell you this, but it's
He's ordering a pizza, isn't he?
It is Uncle Too Much Money, and I answer the phone every time he phones.
Tell him to send me a check.
Yeah, okay. Guess I got
What was that?
What's that?
What were you saying?
No, he forgot I was on the air. Not that he doesn't own the station. Jeez.
Bear says
anyway, no, actually,
Bear says we're still live on the radio station.
Yeah, no, I turned it back on. They can hear me talking?
Yeah.
Well, they can. It's off. How can they?
I don't know. He says he can hear you talking.
You can't hear me, Bear. He's got YouTube on or something.
Well, maybe. Maybe he's got a YouTube playing in the background. Twitch.
Yeah, who knows? If they're there, well, welcome back, everybody. You shouldn't be hearing me, but you do. I don't know. Well, he's typing, so maybe he does hear me. I don't know.
Yeah.
How the hell does that work? There you go, Mr. Rick Snider there in Raging Seas here at accessradio.ca. Got to tell you, Rick, you know, it was actually my aunt that really loves that song, and I kind of haven't really heard it too much, you know, except for today. And I was going through your music and some of the stuff you sent me, and I'm telling you, that's a beautiful song, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, anyway, we are going to talk to you a little bit more about your career. And, you know, how long have you been in the music business? How long have you been playing music?
Well, playing music and music business, I guess, two different things for me. I mean, I grew up with it in my house, right? My mom played, my sisters played, my uncles, my aunts played, and I had a bad case of stage fright for the first, I want to say 20 years of my life, where I didn't want to play in front of anybody other than a couple people here in the house. And my first time on stage was at a little party that threw at a hall for my mom's birthday. And I did it for her birthday. If it wasn't for that, I probably never would have done it. But once I was up there I was hooked. And you know, soon after developed a band and started going. So, you know, I'm going to say a whole bunch of years. I won't say how many, because then people do a little math and figure out how old I am. But a long time.
Well, you still look younger than me, so that's a better thing.
That's all that matters.
How is your creative process work, Rick? Like, did you come up with the title first? You come up with the music first and add the words? Like, how is your whole thought pattern come onto when you're ready?
You know, it varies depending. Every song is different. Sometimes I just come up with a cool title. I think, geez, that'd be a cool title for a song. So then I dig for inspiration and ideas for that, and build the song from that. Other times it's a line, a phrase, you know, or it could be from a life experience. So every song could be different. I try and draw from as many different angles as I can for songs, and so far it seems to be going okay. So yeah.
Well, that's cool. Got Bear here. He's saying on the chat here, Rick. He says, I have to say this thank you to all my new friends: Robert Eckridge, Robert Hitchcock, Rob Gore, Sharon Marie White, Rick Snider, and others that have now kick-started my faith back into country music. So thank you, Bear. Like, I'm glad we brought you back. I know you're a big rock fan, Bear, but I'm glad that you have seen the light. Let's say there is some great country music out there.
You get back over to the rock side, Bear. We got cookies.
Ah, you and your cookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I'm having cake, man. I'm getting Rick Snider to bake me a cake, and we're gonna have friggin' cake over here.
Yeah.
So you take your pick, Bear. We're having cake and bourbon over here because Robert Eckridge is bringing the Kentucky bourbon with him. So now who are you coming with there, Rick?
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you what's in those cookies.
Are you making the green ones again?
They're Canadian made, after all.
We can make some brownies.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, can we talk like that on the air?
We're just being very suggestive. We haven't said what is in there. We just talked about a color, and we talked about types of food. That's it. And I specifically said we're not going to say what's in them, but they are made in Canada.
Yeah, that's like that. Have you heard that W.L. Clark song, Rick? Up here in Canada or whatever it is, up in Canada.
Yes,
You heard that?
I don't think. I will look it up though after the show.
You better, man. It is funny as hell. You'd love it. I'm telling you. And it's kind of like the Moose Chuckle Buckle or whatever the hell that song is, man. It's just incredible.
Moose Knuckle
So that's it, yeah. And it's Canadian too, right? But anyway, hey, Robert Eckridge says, damn right. See, he's coming over here with us in the bourbon, dude. So you better be sticking with us, Rick.
Yeah.
Robert Eckridge is with Robert Eckridge in Southern Days, and he is on chat along with Sharon Marie White. And join us over there, www.accessradio.ca. Hit the country link, and you can get right into the chat. Right now, we're having a little conversation with Mr. Rick Snider. Great entertainer. You know, his song "Hell of a Night" is climbing all over the world. Man, you piqued some interest over in Ireland and the UK. How is your family kind of reacting to all the success you're having?
It's business as usual, really. I mean, my dad and his wife, they're very proud of me, but they've always been. Whether I was playing in a small hall or a kitchen or over the radio, they've always been proud of me. My kids are just, it's cool for them because they've had at their school, when I first came up with the road, they played the video at their school, and so I think they're kind of proud of that, and but for the most part, it hasn't really changed the way we are anyway. The way we do things, we just live our life the way we do, and hang out with family and friends, and have fun.
How about the community? How about your community? How are they taking all this?
Oh, it's again not much difference. I mean, the only, I get some people coming up, every so they'll come up and say, hey, you're the guy from that video, the Hell of a Night video or the Road video or something like that, and they'll chat for a few minutes. But other than that, it's a pretty small community, so most people have known me, right? So they've been with me on the journey anyway, right? It's not like a big shock, for them. It's just it's like seeing your kid grow up. You live with your kid every day. You don't notice how tall they're getting, and but someone that hasn't seen them for 3 weeks is a big change there. So it's that kind of thing, right? Just they've all been here the whole time. So.
How important is it for you to, involve your community in this journey? Like you said, you use some of them on your videos and stuff like that. Are you pretty, community orientated?
I want to say yes. I think so. I mean, it's important to me. I started out doing music when the first band I started out with, really, we put it together to do shows for community hall, charity for community hall to help them with raising money for, I think it was for the building back then. We did a series of, I think, 5 or 6 shows. And then after that, then that's what it was all supposed to be, was just that, but we get asked to do some dances. So it kind of snowballed from there. And I had a band together called Stagecoach for a very long time. And, so we did dances and we played festivals, and but we always still did charity work for local communities, whether it been for food banks or, for whatever charity that needed it, or if it was asked of us if we could do it, we would do it. So yeah, it is still important to me, and I still do that as often as I can.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, thank you very much for agreeing to come in and do our little concert that we're having here. It's kind of short notice, and you agreed to do it. It's all, to bring awareness to human trafficking. And, I was very happy to hear. And when we talked about it, you said you would be honored to do that for us. And I'm honored to have you as part of the show. You'll be joining the likes of Robert Eckridge and Sharon Marie White and people from all around the world. We've got artists coming in from just about every country we can think of that can can play country music anyway. We don't want no karaoke shit, if you know what I mean. But anyway, we're going to hit right up with Rick Snider right now, and Hell of a Night right here on the Don Pierce Show, coast to coast. Clear the radio.
Now, what's that song about?
What's that?
Hell of a Night. What's Hell of a Night about?
That's
a party, dude.
It's like life around here. I guess probably everywhere. You know, there's always that spot you can go on the weekends or whatever. There's a party going, and you know, live music, whether it's yourself, you know, the opportunity to play or listen, whatever. There's a couple places like that around here that we go to from time to time.
Yeah.
And well, it's just that's kind of where the song. I won't say it started there, but that's where it ended up. You know, that's kind of the inspiration for it.
Good, cool. That's you know, it's always good when you party so hard you forget where you are the next day, right? That's one hell
yeah,
of
like you've never done that.
never.
You've never done that, right?
No.
Yeah, you're just saying that because your wife's listening.
My wife knows me. I'm pretty sure my wife knows that that I know how to party.
Yeah, you still drinking that wine and gin mixture?
Wine and gin.
You don't know how to party, buddy. Yeah. You got to be my age to know how to party.
Yeah. Well, I'm not mixing no wine and gin. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, but you younger generation, hey Rick, all they do is they drinking them Splitzer things, right?
Spritzer.
With
Yeah, we got the White Claw out and.
Oh, that's right. You know, give me a shot of good Irish whiskey, or give me a good shot of bourbon, and I'm a happy man.
Shot. I just drink it right out of the bottle. That's my go-to.
I don't know. I mean, you know what I think would be fun? I think that would be a hell of a party to get Robert Eckridge, Rick Snider, and Rob Gore all together in the same room. I think that would be fun. Because they're all so much alike. It's unbelievable.
When Robert Gore comes down to Canada for his cross-Canada country tour in 10 years, once this virus has lifted, we'll have to make sure that that's set up.
Yeah, that's no doubt. That's for sure. Yeah, he is coming, and so is Rob.
Yes.
Robert Eckridge. He wants to come over here, too. This is a good song. I like this song. It's got a good beat to it.
Yeah, this one in the road is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that road, you can't. That thing, every morning I got this thing blaring on my system here, and it just, I don't know, it just gets my blood flowing. It's just, I like it. You did a good job. And that one you sent me to see if I'd like it or play it on the radio, that was a terrific song too. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to hopefully release that one in late November, you said, right?
Sometime in November, I'm looking at, mid to late November. I'm thinking right now. The only problem I got is I started writing another song last night, and I'm really liking it. And if I can get that recorded, then that might be the next one.
Well, I hope I'm going to get a dibs at listening to that.
You absolutely will, yeah, for sure.
We'll release it here first.
No, it's dope.
Awesome.
There we go. We're with Rick Snider right here on the Don Pierce Show, and a special edition of In Conversation with Don Pierce and Sauerkraut. Man, oh man, what a great song. It is picking traction up all over the world, guys. So, you know, go into Rick's webpage, check it out, check out his music, you know, get on his Facebook page, give him a like, follow, do all that stuff on his YouTube channel. And, you know, he's a great entertainer. He's an independent artist that needs, you know, backing just like everybody else. But most importantly, he is Canadian, and he is part of the Access family. So go over there and support him on all his web pages and all that stuff that he has got. And you're at, what's your web page again, Rick?
RickSniderMusic.com.
RickSniderMusic.com. And your Facebook is just Rick Snider Music also?
Rick Snider Music. I got a music page there, and like I say, you can find me on YouTube. But I like to say, I'm at my webpage. I have links to pretty much everything. You can get to my Facebook, my YouTube, Spotify, whatever you want.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks, Sauerkraut. Sauerkraut just posted your webpage again. Anyway, folks, go on over there to Rick's webpage. Get over there. It'll direct you to wherever he needs to be, where he needs to go. Great entertainer, and you're going to love it. If you like great outlaw country music, you will love Rick Snider and the Rick Snider Band. Check them out on YouTube. Rick, my man, I am not going to keep you here much longer. Thank you very much for joining us here today, man. It's been a great time talking to you. And I would like to have you come back to our podcast and kind of sit in on our podcast one day. We have a little thing we are starting called the Cabin. where a bunch of musicians are just going to get in and kind of shoot the shit and talk about songwriting and the entertainment business. And I hope you'll join us with some of our other artists that are coming on.
I'd love to, Don.
You have to supply your own drinks, though. We can't supply that, unfortunately.
I got my own drinks and my own cake, so I'll be all right.
There you go.
Well, that will be it, because it will be it's kind of an off-show party. We'll have a few drinks, a few laughs, and maybe talk about music, some collaboration, and maybe play a few songs along the way. Who knows? But anyway, Mr. Rick Snider, thank you for being with us at the Don Pierce Show and in conversation with Don Pierce and Sauerkraut. It's been a joy having you here, my friend, and it's a joy listening to your music every day, and I wish you all the success in the world.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Sauerkraut. Appreciate you guys having me.
No problem. Talk to you later.
We'll see you later, Mr. Man. You take care of yourself and have a great evening.
You too.
Well, there you go, folks. That was the one and only Mr. Rick Snider right here on the Don Pierce Show, Coast to Coast, special edition of In Conversation with Don Pierce and Sauerkraut. It kind of threw me off with the little interview this morning. Thank you very much for doing that. Kind of putting me on the spot, Sauerkraut.
You're welcome.
But anyway, yeah, no doubt. It was, when I talked to Rick this morning, he was kind of going to do that Starline thing, right? And do our Friday thing with talking to one of the guys on the telephone. And then I said to you, I says, well, why don't we just do this on Access TV if you had the time? And you said, well, I kind of had the time. So I got in touch with Rick and said, hey, how would you like to do the whole In Conversation thing? Man, you know what he said? 2 hours notice. Sure.
Sure, let's do it.
I'm a down-to-earth guy. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming in and joining us here at Access TV and at Twitch and all the other faces and places you are listening to us. You can't even get the word out. Listening to us at. Anyway, I don't know. I got the phone ringing again. I'm just seeing it light up, and I lost my train of thought. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Are we getting off the Twitch thing and all that stuff, or are you staying live on?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get off the Twitch thing. Not get off the. We're gonna turn off. We're gonna go off of here. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So you've kind of got to figure out what you're doing then.